3, 2, 1, and now you're good to go.
2010 BC. The place, the Epang Palace in Qin. The government, while outwardly as single-mindedly totalitarian as it always was, is, in fact, split. While everyone pays lip service to the strict meritocratic legalist principles that elevated them to the summit of the state, there are still some who hanker for earlier, more feudal times, when they would have been able to carve out a principality for themselves and pass it on to their descendants. There is a possibility that the new emperor, Ershi, may be persuaded to ordain such a return to tradition, but for the time being, no one dares argue for it openly. Advisor Li Si, having recently executed a slew of officials who had the temerity to such a thing. And so the game begins. While every player is seemingly a good legalist, a certain number among them are secret feudalists, with one of their number being Zhao Gao, the scheming eunuch who leading their campaign. The feudalists are in the minority, but they have a key advantage. They know who the other feudalists are, while the legalists remain in darkness. In each round, the emperor appoints a new right chancellor, who then chooses his own left chancellor. If a majority of the councillors gathered around the table approve, a government is formed, and the right chancellor selects 3 edicts from the pile of those waiting to be passed. He discards one and passes the 2 remaining edicts to the left chancellor, who discards one and enacts the other. While the legalists need to try to pass legalist edicts in order to win, passing feudalist edicts is not entirely disadvantageous to them, since passing 3 or more feudalist edicts grants the government more arbitrary use of its power, and notably, the right to carry out extrajudicial executions. If the legalists manage to enact 5 legalist edicts or execute Zhao Gao, they win. If the feudalists manage to enact edicts or get Zhao Gao appointed left chancellor after 3 feudalist edicts have been passed, they win. Let the games begin. Everyone begins by taking an envelope from the box. Do that. In it are your Qing and Zhong black and white cards for voting for or against a candidate for left chancellor. There are also your faction membership cards and your secret role cards, which will tell you whether you are Zhao Gao. If everyone has their cards, yes, we shall begin. Everyone should now blindfold themselves. I will give you 5 seconds to do this. 5, 4, 3,
How do I blend?
2,
Sorry.
2, 1.
You press B to blindfold.
We all blindfolded?
Okay, thank you.
We all...
Yeah, I'm blindfolded. How about everyone else?
Yes.
I'm blindfolded.
Yeah, I'm blindfolded.
Okay, we're good. The feudalists and Zhao Gao should now take off their blindfolds and hold out their cards, allowing their co-conspirators to know who they are. I will give you 10 seconds to do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blindfolds back on. I'll give you 5 seconds to do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone can now remove their blindfold. We shall begin with the right chancellor going to the person at the top right-hand corner of the board. Please nominate your chosen left chancellor.
Okay, well already that was written for a time when I was reading it out aloud, so it was my top right, which would make it Vern.
Oh, good. I have to nominate the right chancellor, right?
You're the right chancellor and you need to nominate the
So
left.
I nominate a left.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anyone, so I'll just nominate rules. Since we have no information, that seems reasonable. All in favor?
Yeah, so we need to vote on that now with the Qing and Zhong
The
cards.
card. We'll
Yes,
deal them at the same
obviously.
time. We'll try.
So yeah, you're supposed to sort of hold out your card and then we all flip them at the same time, but this never works and it's
Oh, okay.
always absolute chaos. So yeah, let's go.
I think Wateru still has to vote.
So I've voted Wateru. Chris hasn't voted, but
everyone's in favor.
we're
Very good.
Chokma.
Very good.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
Where's the motion? Where can you see it?
Oh, so it's the recommendation cards. You've got one Qing to vote against someone and Zhong to vote in favor of them. So the
White means yes,
And
and
F-
black means no.
Yeah. And F is for flip. F key, let's flip.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess Right Chancellor, you need to take 3 edicts and discard 1, and don't let us see what you've picked.
This is so exciting. I love being left.
That sounds like the kind of thing Zhao Gao would say to
Wow.
me.
See, can I say what I got, or is that not allowed yet?
Yeah, no, and I think under the formal rules it's not allowed, but we found out that playing by the formal rules is not always good, which is the least legalist thing I'm going to say tonight. So,
Very good. I'll just preemptively defend myself by pointing out I got 3 of them, so not really much of a choice.
oh, 3 of what?
Oh, you'll see when he
You
votes.
know 3 of what? Okay. Well, I got 2. I got 2 feudalist
Yeah, I gave him
cards.
2 feudalists. I had 3, so I didn't really have a choice.
So
Neither did he.
he's admitting that. So there is a chance that he's telling the truth about having all 3. It's possible he discarded a legalist. Don't know. Got
Okay,
2
I'm
and
taking.
he's saying he got. Right.
So I'm taking careful notes here, in a proper bureaucratic manner.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Right Chancellor goes on to rules and yeah, rules. You nominate
Okay, so we're
someone.
playing counterclockwise, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I will nominate. Wateru as left choice.
And wait, oh, maybe better to nominate Xianyang because I'll be like Right Chancellor in like 2 turns.
Well, I'll be Right Chancellor in 2 turns. You'll be Right Chancellor in 3 turns.
Super.
Seems like a strange.
Why
flaw.
did he say that? That's just weird.
Wait,
don't
am I
know.
mixing up? Am I mixing up the? Are we going clockwise or counterclockwise? For
We're
the
going
Right Chancellor order?
counterclockwise now. I know. I'm just. as
Oh,
confused
okay.
as you are.
Okay,
No,
my
we
bad.
decided that we were going to go clockwise, and then we just started
Clockwise,
going
and now we're in
counterclockwise.
counterclockwise.
So-
We're just going with the flowing.
Okay.
So,
My,
This is just the kind
yeah,
of
yeah, I'll
confusion
take it.
that
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll take it. Feudalism was,
okay,
which is very-
okay.
Very
Alright,
good.
I nominate Wateru.
Wait, what do you mean you nominate? Oh, no.
Nominate him, so we now have to vote. whether
Okay,
we
No,
so-
no, I got it. Yep.
Right.
voted agree because voted by plan.
This whole muddying of the waters thing seems very suspicious.
Muddying of the Wateru.
It passed, right?
Yeah, it passed 4.
I will now Draw 3 cards. Talk amongst yourself.
Damn, I've got to think of something very legalist to say to prove my innocence. Anyone cultivated any waste?
Just talk about the weather and hell.
Well, last week we had
Well,
various
did you get
people eating
rules?
sandwiches. So, anyone eating any good sandwiches?
The suspense is mounting.
Yeah, I want to know about the sandwiches.
Okay.
What did you get?
I'll let Wateru talk.
Okay. So it seems like I got 2
Really?
feudalist cards. Oh, I mean, I did get 2
I-
feudalist cards.
Yes, I gave him
Very
2 and I got 3.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That seems rather low percentage. How many feudalist cards are on the deck?
I think
There are
about
total of
2/3
17
of them
cards.
are feudalists.
Yeah.
There's only 7
There are-
feudalists in the deck?
Sorry. There are 11 feudalists out of 17 cards. 11 out of 17.
Okay.
So
So
it is stacked.
It's very low percentage because I got 3
Yeah.
the first round. So that wasn't Rules' fault, but 3 again seems
Yeah.
quite suspicious,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I'm happy to take the sus. My problem, so from my side, the only thing is that doesn't clear anyone. So there's been 3 people in government so far. I don't think, and like no one's clear. We had a game where had a lot of the hard pulls of the same edict, and you don't get cleared. So I welcome the sus because, of course, but then we just like to point out that it doesn't. No one's really clear. No one's from my side. If Silab is telling the truth, then no one is really. How do I say this? No one's really suspicious, or not or cleared, because I think 3 of the same one just means you have no choice. So no one's been tested. No one's been. I think it doesn't mean anything. So.
Well, I mean, just by odds alone, I think me and Wateru are equally suspicious. And then you have, double the suspicion of that.
Yeah,
makes
definitely
sense.
double. Yeah, this is the way it is because I had to do this twice in a row.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
yeah,
I guess it could happen. It's very unfortunate.
So
Yep.
So in the general sense, you could be lying. In a general sense, I could be lying. And then, or or Wateru lucked out as feudalist. I lucked out as feudalist. If we're both telling the truth and it's been 3-3. You can't really say anything either way. I don't think it's like nothing's really happened. But I'm happy
Well,
to
I think
take
for the
sus
next
because
rounds, when Chakma, who's on the purple, when purple gets right chancellor, I think she should nominate Shen Yang, because those are the 2 that have been out of all of the suspicions so far.
I think
So you-
everyone
okay,
should
yeah, we should
always
test them,
nominate
I
me as
guess.
often as possible. That's
Very
that's my recommendation.
Okay. Well, okay. So I'll hand the right chancellorship to. Chris.
Is that Chris, by the way?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
that's
just use the
right.
screen names because otherwise it gets confusing. Except when we've got Stalin.
Very
for
good.
it.
Sorry, yes, I passed it to Chakma.
Chakma, okay.
So I guess Chokma, you have to nominate a left chancellor.
He just nominated you, I think.
Oh, I'm nominated. Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
I'm voting no otherwise.
Oh, so that's the nomination, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So yeah, obviously I'm voting in favour of myself as always.
Should I also vote on this, given that it's the nomination that I made?
Well, yeah, just
yeah.
go, everyone should. Yeah.
motion passed, I guess. So
Well, Chokma has to draw 3 from the pile. Edict cast.
by the way, I think a required is died.
Is that into my hand or just like onto the table?
Into your hand.
Into your hand. We cannot see what the cards are. Yeah, then you can tell us later.
And then you can press F to flip them over in your hand, so you can see which ones you got. If possible, you should
I
give
think the second draw was
XYCB one of each.
the deck, so put it back, yeah. And just take 1.
Is that pile out of cards?
Oh yeah, if you click and hold, you
I'll
accidentally
put
pick
it
up the
back.
whole
Hold
thing.
on, hold on.
Yeah.
This is a pile of 10. Yeah, so just draw them one at a time.
Oh, okay.
Try quickly. Yeah, we go. But yeah, as I was saying, you should try to give XYCB one of each, so you can see what she picks. Keep it face down when you're giving it to her.
Yeah.
Because we can all see that it's a blue.
Yeah. Do you want to shuffle the pack and do that again?
It's fine. Fuck it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's lax attitude to
play blue
government
now.
that prevails.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm being an idiot about this.
So make sure you give her the blue, since we all saw it. And then throw one of the other ones away.
Maybe it's all 3 blue, in which case the whole thing is a little bit moot. Find out. Because we had a game where there were a lot of sort of 3 of the exact same type pulled out each round. It was several rounds, and got totally bamboozled because we were all looking in the wrong direction, basically. So I know that differs from if you get lots of mixed draws, where you can test people and you quickly find out. It's more, with more certainty.
So I am going to play the first legalist
Well-
edicts of the game.
Well, to be honest, this actually gives us no information since we all saw him give you the blue. So
Oh, but Chokma, what was it? Was it 1 blue, 2 red, blue, 1 red, 3 blue? What was it?
It was 2 red, 1 blue.
right,
now
but
it's-
everyone knows XYCB got one of each. So if she played the red, then we would know for a fact that she was a feudalist.
Okay.
So she had to play the
Oh.
blue regardless.
Yes.
So I don't think this gives us any information whatsoever, unfortunately.
It's great. It's great.
Sorry.
Acting with virtue is always such a thankless task. A bunch of feudalists, all of you.
This is terrifying. Because for me, like from my side, I feel like we just genuinely have no information. The last time there was a game like
Yeah.
this, I was totally tricked. I was not happy. I was salty for the whole evening, basically. Okay, well.
Right, well, I'm annexing the chancellorship right now. I can't remember how you turn this round, so I'm just sticking it there. And I
You should nominate
am.
me, naturally.
Who has? I'm going to give Slap a go. And
Very good.
where are my cards? Oh, I can
It's a
just
mixed
draw
draw.
3, can't I?
We should vote first, of course. Don't
Oh,
get ready.
yeah. Sorry. Getting
I
it
vote
up on
yes, obviously. We did it. Okay.
We need information. We need information fast.
Yeah. Chakma, I'm assuming you're a yes. Yes.
Yeah, I just assume everyone
Very
agrees
good.
with me by default. Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Mm.
I'm actually gonna have an aneurysm if you give me 2 red.
Okay, I'm just drawing. Okay. Right.
I guess so far we've already drawn 8 reds, so like I should be almost guaranteed to get like at least 1 blue in this turn.
Yes.
Otherwise, I think
Mhm,
Rules
that's
is
true.
lying.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So.
If I don't get a blue, I'm assuming Rules is feudalist, for the record. I actually can't be serious, so I'm assuming XYCB and Rules are feudalist.
I'm outraged after I passed the only legalist edict in the pile.
Well, you didn't have a choice on that because we all saw you get the blue, so you had to play it anyway.
I
Okay.
campaigned
so-
vociferously
wait,
to put that blue back.
Wait, Sila, what did you get? You got.
I got 2 red, which
Two
doesn't
red.
make any sense because I drew 3, you claim you drew 3, and then Chris drew at least 2, right? So that makes 8, and then she had to have drawn at least 2 there, so that makes 10 out of 11, which makes 0 sense, right? So I think the most suspicious ones are you
I don't know. That's
XYCB.
that's the sort of thing that can happen. You see, that's like a
There's no
fallacy.
way.
It can absolutely
There's no way.
absolutely happen, and then there's no information.
No, it can happen, like it's within the set of events that could, but it's
Could,
exceedingly
yeah,
rare.
but
So I
then
think
also
on a Bayesian basis, I have to assume that you and XYCB are both red.
well,
so-
yes, but on that basis, then I have to assume you're lying as well, of course, because it's the same.
Sure, that's
logic.
fine. I'm happy. I'm perfectly happy nominating.
So I feel like, yeah.
No, that's good. We should all be suspicious
The
of
odds are
me,
high, yeah, the
Rules,
odds are high
and
that was-
XYCB. So I
odds are
think
high that was
Wateru
not
and
lying.
Shankma should get it.
Yeah, what?
The left chancellor.
Oh yeah, because we killed someone in the next round, right? But I also need to have a sneak peek at the upcoming edicts, don't I?
Right now, NMCB has to look at the top 3 cards in the edict pile. Tell us, and just give whatever information. And try to remember the order that you drew them in and put them back in the same.
Oh, by the way, XYCB, can you confirm that you gave me 2 red last time?
Yeah, and I took 3 red from the pile.
Okay. That exonerates me at least, I think.
Yeah.
In some sense.
Sorry, just had a bit of a mental blank about what order they were.
Should you be telling us which ones you saw in the pile, or is it just like your personal information?
It's like she can tell us anything she wants. Obviously, she should tell us the truth because we'll find out shortly.
Very good.
But
What did you see?
yeah, she can tell us anything she wants.
Yeah,
Did you see
no, I'm allowed to lie to you, but being virtuous, I won't, and I will say that it was 2 blue and a red. So
You said there were 11 reds, right?
yeah, in that case, that is 1
Yes,
red
that's
too
true.
many.
Yep, that's 1 red too many then. Rules.
I can't help but notice, Silab, that you've been extremely keen to accuse everyone but yourself, which seems a
Not
very
everyone,
sort of
just
feudalist.
you and.
I don't. Well, no. I mean, no. Celob's sussers aren't wrong, because he's right. It is a very odd. For me, it's just the fact that I don't want to just use general statistics to pin it on anyone, because I feel like that's dangerous, because it could just be that way. It could just
of
ended
course,
up.
Yeah, but I think
So
it's
I think
safer
I
to go
should
with
take
Wateru
Sus,
and Chakma.
Celob should take Sus, yeah. To see
And I
what
think
happens.
XYCB should take Sus, yes?
Yeah, no,
I think
I
us 3 are very suspicious.
I don't think Silap is unreasonable to be suspicious. I think it's strange that he's being so noisy about it.
There's no information.
Well, I'm just making an
On my
observation.
side, there's no information. There's no information. Silap, you've been counting the cards, so there is one too many, right? At least one.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Someone's lying.
So I'm going to pass the
okay.
right chancellorship
Possible.
on in any case. I
See what
wish you
happens.
every joy of it.
I think you should give the left chancellor to Chakma. Otherwise, I'm voting no.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Frankly, I'm shocked to hear these accusations that somebody might be lying in this game. This is incredible.
I am
Yeah.
absolutely shocked as well.
I've got to say,
so-
previous.
Thought we were among friends.
I feel like previous rounds have conclusively proven that I'm far too stupid to lie with competence, so I should be judged
Meta,
innocent.
we can't use that.
So I am going to draw 3 cards. And I forgot what she said.
She
I'll just-
claimed 2 blue, 1 red.
Blue and red. So, I mean, if there's just one blue, we expect that to come out. Oh.
So, in that case, should we test? Either way, one blue is going to be discarded anyway, right? Whether I
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
2
Yes.
I think it's
blues
good to test.
to Chakma.
What did you draw, actually? Can you say what you drew? Was it 2 blue, 1 red?
I did get what
She said.
Shenyang claimed.
Oh, very good.
It's a feudalist sandwich between 2 legalist cards.
Okay.
Do the test, do the test. We might as well.
Yeah,
We'll
do
do
the
the test.
test.
Okay, we'll do the test. Okay, cool. Okay, let's test our friend here. Our very honest friend. Cool.
Okay, let's see what I got here.
So assuming this passes blue, I think Wateru and Chakma should always give the left chancellor to each other, and when I get it, I'll give it to one of them. Don't give it to me, or don't give it to the other 2.
Well, I'm not sure because only
No,
one.
some blue pass, so we know for sure Chakma is friendly, and we know for sure Wateru is friendly. And I know for sure I'm friendly.
No, I think
But most-
we know someone lied, but that only proves they're a feudalist. It doesn't
We do,
prove that
yeah,
they're
we do
Zhao
know
Gao.
for sure.
To me, all we know is that a lot of feudalist cards at the start and someone lied. I don't think we know enough to know who was lying.
Well,
If there's
Wateru and
3
Chakma don't, but I do, because I know which side I'm on legalist, so I know for sure that you
Yes.
lied.
Well, I know for sure too. So I don't know how you can be sure, and I'm
because I
sort
can
of
see which side I'm
wavering.
on.
I just, to me, if it's possible to draw 3 early on, and then late game the lie, or there's a lie at the start. I don't think anything has happened to really deflect from that. I think we shouldn't. True and Chakma, fine. Yes.
No, I don't think we
Labels
have
are
to
very
make.
quiet.
I don't think we really have to let perfect be the enemy of good here. I think we know for sure that Wateru and Chakma are friendly, so, or at least I think I know, so I'm only going to give it to them.
No, I
I just
think
feel like there's
Everyone?
some distracting going on. Is the thing.
we know that Wateru and Chakma aren't rank and file feudalists, but we don't know that neither of them are Zhao Gao, because Zhao Gao has every interest in keeping quiet while the rank and file feudalist takes the flag. So
Oh, I guess.
The thing is,
maybe.
we knew what cards Wateru drew, so he couldn't lie either.
That is true.
yeah, good point.
I don't think we have no information other than someone lied.
yes.
Agree.
It's my choice now, right? To nominate.
Yes, it is your
the
choice.
left
Please
chancellor.
nominate. You cannot nominate me because I was in the previous.
I
vote.
can't pick up the card. I can't pick up the card. What the fuck? I can't pick up.
Have you
Oh,
been poisoned
wait.
by any chance? Okay.
I nominate XYCB because I can't nominate.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think in a game of 5 or 6, the previous right chancellor can be left chancellor, right?
Oh, can they?
Rules, can you confirm?
In a game of 5, yeah.
Okay.
Only the previous left cannot be the next left. Cannot be nominated again.
Oh, my
So make
thing
of that
works
what you
again. I
will.
think I was typing.
Did someone drop
Okay,
the
so I
thing?
can nominate anyone, right? I can nominate Chakma, right?
No, you
No,
cannot repeat.
can't, because he was the previous. He's the only one you
Okay,
can't nominate.
I nominate Wateru then.
Okay. So we've reached 3, right? So which means if I'm not Zhao Gao, I have to, like, if I get no. Let's
Yeah.
do the vote first. Let's not jump the gun.
Okay, hold on.
Cool.
Very good. Are you Zhao Gao?
So I am not Zhao Gao. So
Very
I'll
good.
take the not Zhao Gao card and flip it.
I'll draw 3 edicts now.
And I draw 3.
Oh, so worth
The deck was
noting that
reset, by the way, so-
our intuition regarding Wateru was apparently correct, and he is not Zhao Gao.
My intuition, you
I
mean?
don't. He didn't know. There's no information. There's no information. Drawing
There's
3
plenty of
edicts that
information.
you know was in the deck doesn't prove anything. And
It doesn't have to prove anything. I think there's no information to decide. I gave him 1 of each, by the way.
Okay.
Can you confirm you got 1 of each, Wateru?
Yes, I got 1 of each.
Very good. Please
So-
pull blue.
Do you, unless you want to kill someone, I'm down
No,
for
thank
that
you,
by,
Blue.
by default. Okay.
Well, actually, no. Well, I could kill Rules, to be honest. I think he's like by far the most suspicious, but it's fine. Play blue.
Okay. Understand.
You
I'm
sound
sorry,
so
Rules. I
pleased
love
to
you,
be
buddy, but
saved.
sorry.
Yeah, I did get 1 red, 1 blue. That's all. I want to confirm.
Yeah, I drew 2 red, 1 blue, so I threw away 1 red and then I gave it a test. Okay, that's good. I mean, I think we have Wateru as like confirmed good. So,
Yay.
and if I might say, I think I'm reasonably unsuspicious as well. But you know,
I don't know. This
No, you
is
should give it to
This is all
Chakma.
very circumstantial. This is all
sure, that's fine. Give it to Chakma, I think, if you're a legalist.
So if Zhao Gao gets elected this time, Zhao Gao wins, or what happens?
Yes.
We're
At
up to
this
3.
stage,
Yeah.
at this stage, if Zhao Gao gets elected left chancellor, then he wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm willing to play with that
Zhao Gao
risk.
remains untested and or least sus, so
I vote yes for Chakma.
I vote no. I find him
Motion
suspicious. He's been suspiciously silent. I think that's a sign of Zhao Gao-ness.
I think that he hasn't been tested, but I don't think that he's sus. I think he's the least sus. But I'm aware
Yeah.
that no, he isn't. He hasn't been tested.
Yeah, no, I
So
think
just to
he's
confirm,
he's the least sus. I will admit that, but I think everyone's pretty
Yeah, well,
sus, and I don't
I
want to
think we have
risk.
to ask Chakma. Wateru is not suspicious at all. I think Wateru's passed tests that we can be 100% sure he's legalist. But
Yeah.
Chakma, are you Zhao Gao?
Yeah, are you sure?
Then no, I'm not Zhao Gao.
Very
Okay,
good.
good.
Did we stop counting cards, or
What
have
did
we
you get?
shuffled?
So we shuffled,
This
and
is
then I drew
ridiculous.
2
This
red,
is
1.
ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous.
Well, you drew 3 red.
Okay, so I got 2 feudalist cards.
Very good. Yeah,
Very
I think the rules is 100% feudalist.
This is no, because what's happening is these 3 card pulls are leaving the feudalists unsussed. This is they're getting
sure.
through the game without being tested. Chopma hasn't been tested
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all,
yeah.
in my opinion.
Sure. I think you get to kill someone now, right?
Well, didn't I test
oh,
Chakma
yeah.
before? I tested Chakma before.
Yeah, you tested Chakma, and I think Chakma and you
You
are
didn't
the
test
other 2
Chopma because we knew
legalists.
what cards were edicts you had. That doesn't count. You can't say that that's a test at all because we knew
I
what
think
cards you
it's
drew at the
okay.
time.
Yeah, but like there's no perfect test, right? Like it's
Yeah.
No, well,
I think it's
I
a
think it's a
reasonably
reasonable
You're
enough
quite
test.
happy to suss me because I drew 3 feudalist cards.
Well, it's not just that.
Well,
we
now-
also know that you
yeah.
lied, so...
No, we don't. There's every
I mean,
chance
I
that
know
you
you
lied.
Well, I
You
mean, I
lied.
know that you lied. But anyway, I think you get to kill someone now, right? So...
Yeah, he gets to kill someone.
I'm starting to suspect that Chokma flipped that legalist card deliberately to make himself look more innocent because he's Zhao Gao.
No one, from my side, you have to understand, from my side, no one has really been tested. This weird thing where we've gone full circle and no one has been tested. Like, you can...
I'm far too mechanically stupid at this game to have.
Yeah, I don't think Chakma was meta
Yeah.
I don't think
like
that was meta.
strategizing
That would
about
have
flipping
been
the
weird.
card.
That would also be silly and weird.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he got 1 blue, 2 red, like he said. So I think he's a legalist. I think Wateru, Chakma, and me are the legalists, and you and XYCB are the feudalist.
No, Chopma has not been tested. I've fallen for that sort of clear before, where he happened to not be associated with.
Anyway, I think you get to...
cards.
Sure. You get to kill someone now, though.
Please
so.
kill someone.
Well,
don't kill me.
I'm thinking. You don't understand. I don't buy these clears. It's and Sila keeps talking, and Wateru and Chokma isn't saying anything, and Wateru isn't saying anything, which is very suspicious when you don't say anything.
I think it's quite normal if I don't Silab just counts the cards and I agree. Yeah.
Well, you have to kill either me or Silap, basically, I think. And obviously not me, because I'm perfect. What would the world do without me? So...
Hey, don't that just sounds sus too. I don't. You all are equally to me. There are different reasons to sus all of you. My side.
I have a question. Is the Right Chancellor allowed to kill themselves?
Oh, good question. Yes, yeah, they would
clearly
be.
that would be the honorable thing to do in this case.
No. That is very suspicious. No, maybe that wasn't me, but that's very suspicious to me.
This recording could get demonetized.
Don't.
Yeah, are you going to do a Bai Chi out of a desire to maintain your reputation, or kill me or so on?
He's gonna kill me because he's a feudalist.
I'm gonna execute Wateru because he's not. He's no.
This makes absolutely no sense why you would execute.
Yeah,
me.
that's
I'm
like the
not Zhao
worst
Gao.
execution.
I've been playing as a legalist all this time, and you're trying to make some weird statistical inference because I don't speak that much.
Yeah, we know.
There's no way that's a good kill.
We know Wateru isn't
I am
Zhao
even
Gao in
more
any
suspicious.
case. We if we're going to kill someone, we want to try
He
and
has
kill
not
Zhao
been.
Gao.
Okay. First of all, he better stop talking, and also he has not been tested.
Yeah, but we know he's not Zhao Gao because he had to admit it when he was
He could have
chancellor.
been a feudalist. He could have been a feudalist.
There's no
and
way.
he could
He's
have
not a
been-
feudalist.
How do we know?
He has to say now.
It's
Okay,
not
well,
being
he has to
tested.
admit it now, right?
Well, I'm not
He has
Zhao
to
Gao.
admit
He has to
I
admit when he's
don't.
Zhao Gao.
I
He
don't
doesn't
admit
have to
my
admit
party
he's
when I get
feudalist.
killed. I just get killed.
When
Oh,
you get
okay,
killed, you have to admit if you're Zhao Gao. When we know he's not Zhao Gao, so
Yeah.
we have no
Okay,
extra
well-
information.
It's the least informative execution ever.
Yeah.
I can't believe you wasted
It's
your
very intentional,
execution.
I think.
I'm disgusted, frankly.
No one is clear, and I'm happy to take sus, but I just want we want to
No,
be
you're
aware
the feudalist.
that no one-
It's fine. Okay, well, let's get it moving along.
And so now I nominate the left chancellorship. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you.
Oh, that's sus.
Oh wait,
Can
sorry.
you see the votes? Oh,
Sorry, I
yes.
voted the wrong way. I meant to vote against. Sorry. My
Takes
incompetence.
Max.
So in
Can we
that
get a
in that
government or
case, it's
no?
a draw. Sorry, my bad.
Are we?
Yeah, so those two are the feudalists, and we're the legalists. So when they get the left chancellor, it's just vote no. Does that sound good, Chapman?
What happens if there's a draw?
What happens if there's
The government should fail.
Are we allowing the vote change? Okay. The counter moves if it failed. Which, is still untested.
But
I'm
if
sorry.
there's if we fail 3 elections, the top edict gets passed. Is that it?
Top edict gets passed.
Yes.
Although
Yeah.
it does not activate, but the top edict gets passed.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I think you can nominate a left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Chokma, I think, is the only person I trust to be innocent at this point. So, yeah.
Unanimous, very good.
Still have to test him.
And I'm still not Zhao Gao, so yeah. Wrong file.
Jen.
Yeah.
Isn't XYCB supposed to be drawing?
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. That was yeah, me being incompetent or suspicious. Oh, it's the last card. In that case, we need to shuffle rather than drawing, right?
Is it? No.
No,
Oh,
you
no.
just drew
Move the
5.
deck.
Oh, okay.
No, you move the deck.
You drew the whole deck. There you go.
I'm gonna assume that was an honest mistake and not some weird meta thing.
We'll just assume it's all honest mistakes. I don't ambiguous information.
What did you get, Chakma?
I got one of each. How about that?
Very good.
And I got 2 reds and a blue, and handed over a red and a blue because I'm a virtuous legalist.
I believe I get Red Chancellor now.
Oh, yeah.
I can nominate Chakma, right? Or wait, no, I can nominate
No, you can't.
XYCB.
He's the only one you can't. Yeah.
Right.
Well, you could have nominated me, but someone killed me.
I'm going to
I'm
vote
just
no
saying.
on this, by the way. I think XYCB might be Zhao Gao, so I'm going to vote no.
Well, I'm going to vote yes because I'm awesome.
It's a hung government. Very good. The rules might also be Zhao Gao, so I'm going to vote no again.
How can we both?
Wait, no, I think once the government gets passed, it resets, so it's still at 1 when rules gets
Does it reset? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Someone read the
Does it
rules.
reset?
Yeah, resets.
Wateru. Okay, very good. Okay, so it's at 1 fail. Because my government just failed, and then rules' government is also going to fail.
So I can nominate Chokma now, right?
If Zhao Gao gets right chancellor, does that end the game?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Zhao Gao has to be nominated.
Oh,
as
no,
the-
left,
to
sorry,
be
yeah.
Elected as left.
Okay,
chancellor.
only left. Okay, well, I'm still going to vote no because I don't trust rules.
Wait, this is a vote for what? For who?
For rules, my vote already failed, so now it's rules is right chancellorship. I'm going to vote no. You should vote no. You should vote no.
Am I the one who's nominated?
You're the one who's nominated.
Yes.
You're the one who's nominated.
Yes. Vote no, he's going to give you 2 votes.
Vote.
Oh, so you're trying to fail the government consecutively. Got it. And the government fails.
As well.
Okay, you can vote XYCP or me, I think. Or nominate, rather.
Pretty sure I know what's up.
Stop.
Yeah, I find that highly suspicious. I'm not voting for that in a million years.
Well, it still fails the vote, so next edict gets enacted.
The next edict gets enacted. So
And the power is not activated, so no one gets killed.
Fuck.
And you flipped over the entire deck.
Oh, does it reset once it...
okay, so the power to execute does not activate, but at this stage there is a veto power, which is this is now every round. In the right chancellor and left chancellor, they can look at the edict card. So they've been elected, right? Then they draw the 3, and then the 3 becomes 2. The left chancellor at that point can say they want to have a veto. That means you just chuck all 3 edict cards out of the way and then move. Okay, just remember, at this stage there is that power. If you get the edict cards, the left chancellor, if the left chancellor doesn't like them, can suggest a veto, and then the right chancellor has to agree to the veto. If there's a disagreement, then it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Something has to be enacted.
I don't think we ever got this far before.
We have, but we forgot the rule. That's why I remember.
Well, it doesn't really matter because if they're because there's going to be no information, right? Because the game's going to end immediately when the edict gets passed. Or I mean, we'll see. I guess you can nominate.
Who's right
someone.
chancellor now?
Zhang Yang.
Yeah. So once again,
Please.
Chokma, you're in the hot seat. We have faith in you.
Yeah, it passes. This one.
Oh no, I dropped my
Man.
my card into the box. How do I get that out?
Oh.
Thank you.
Turns out that box has no bottom, as we found out.
Only rules only the right hands can have the right left hands.
No, if
No,
you
I
can
think
check,
they have to
double check
agree,
the
right?
rules.
According
They
to
definitely
Secret
have to
Hitler,
agree,
they have to
but
agree.
there's also
yeah.
something about who can suggest the veto. I can't remember what that is.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay.
What
Got
did
a
you get?
feeling a veto might be coming up.
All right, as I thought was gonna happen, they gave me 2 reds.
Veto.
So is this like a veto moment, or
Yeah.
like this is where the
XYZ.
veto rule actually matters?
No, he
Yeah.
has to. Someone has to nominate, and they both have to agree. If there's no agreement to the veto, then it has to pass. Something has to pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically,
is there a veto being suggested?
he proposes a veto, and then I have to agree. Otherwise, it passes automatically.
Yeah.
If you, yeah, you have to either.
So it's up to you, Shania. Do you want to pass the feudalist or not?
What do you want to pass the?
No, obviously not. I think you should veto it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I propose a veto.
Okay.
Do I have to lay the card down, or what?
I think so. I think this proposal.
So you're proposing the veto, and then if Xianyang CB says no, disagrees with the veto, then you have to pick one to pass as normal.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Shenyang, are
Never
you?
tested Chong.
Wait, never mind. Yeah.
No, we never tested Chongma. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, so veto proposed.
You're
Right?
proposing a veto, and I am
Proposing a veto,
refusing
and
it
I-
because I am a horrible feudalist in disguise.
Traitor.
We-
Oh well,
It's an edict.
not
It's an
like
edict.
where were the
It's an
signs?
edict.
Oh, where were the signs?
I mean, to be
Fair.
honest, it was pretty obvious from the start.
And even worse than that. Sorry, guys, the eunuchs are in charge.
Yippee.
Well,
Rules, you're the other feudalist, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, he's the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who got it right? Sea loved it. You win though.
I can't believe we made it through despite the fact everyone knew who we were from like round 2.
Yeah.